Welcome back to Abra Knowledge channel. Today we are going to discuss scatter diagram and more importantly scatter diagram with category. When you have a category, when you have a more independent factors, how we can display the output and we can also have a very interesting graph and the plots within Minitab. Let's see how it goes. And not only that, I'm also going to compare the result with data tab also as well. Yet another statistic tool which is very handy for any visual representation. Let's get into it. So this is the data I have. Let me share directly from the Minitab. You can directly access the free data type or free files within the Minitab. All you have to do is I'm just using Minitab 17 version and have a open it. And the file is getting open. So meanwhile, the Minitab file gets open. Let me also show you the data tab. This is the browser one, datatab.net, where we are going to do the scatter also as well. So I'm just flipping back to Minitab and you go to Minitab, open up a Minitab and go to file and go to save, go to open worksheet, right? Open worksheet, have a click it. And this is the one, look in Minitab sample data folder where you can access more than 100 files. In the past videos, I have also talked about it and look for something called Pulse, right? There are two files are there. The first Pulse, you can have it, take it, open up. And the same thing has been given in the book called Minitab Cookbook also as well. So the same book. And so this book offers how to navigate, how to learn, and it is directly coming from Minitab Cookbook, right? And today we are going to learn more of scatter, and we are going to achieve the same output of the scatter which I'm going to do. Let me show you the output. And we are going to achieve this output. It is there here. How we can achieve this one? So when we say generally scatter, it gives only one color and all that. So when we have more category, now it is becoming more and more interesting as such. So and for the better visibility, I have just made it more. So the same thing, it is that I went to file and open worksheet, look in Minitab data folder, and Pulse is the one, the file name, MTW, Minitab worksheet, and graph menu, and let's go to the scatter with the groups and all that will be okay. And go to graph and go to scatter with groups. Just have a click. And y2, y is nothing but dependent factor, right? X is nothing but independent factor. So both are pulse, right? So the both pulse being taken for the same person, 164, another time it been referred as 88. And ran, yes, he ran or not ran, smoke, and what is the gender, male or female, and height, what is the weight, and what is the activity. Okay. And as per this table, I'm just taking that, enter the pulse 2 as a y variable, pulse 1 as a x variable. Y as a pulse 2 and pulse 1, I'm taking it. And I will take that category data, enter ran as a categorical data. So let's start with the ran. Okay. So why we are saying a categorical data? If you see this one ran, 1 and 2 is there, right? For example, 2 min ran. So 1 min didn't run, right? So all these you can just do that. So the same thing, the categorical data we have. So let me do it one more time. And if you want like ran in discrete also, you can put it. And discrete, just in case if you have confusions, ran on the gender also, gender also you can convert into discrete, right? Just in case if you are confused with the 2 and 1. all you can do is go to data and go to code. This is an additional things I'm just trying to teach. Numeric to text. Yeah. So what is a numeric here? Rand. Okay. And what is where we are going to store? Rand discrete. And if it is one, we'll say did not run or did not walk or anything we can say. Two, did run, or we can say run directly. Give okay. So all these it has come wherever you find this one. So wherever two is there, it is automatically pasted. Similarly, gender one and two is there. So the similarly, I will do the same thing. Control E, and I will pick up the value from sex, and maybe I will store it in the gender discrete. And if it is one, it is called male, and this female, so that you will be able to remember this easily. That's the reason I have converted into number into this one. But for a scatter, we need only in the form of number. So just to comprehend, just to explain it better, I just made it. Okay, so now what we will do, we'll go to graph, we'll go to scatter diagram, we'll go to with groups and give okay. And pulse 2 in the y variable, pulse 1 in the x variable, we'll take. And even we can take this one also as well, rand discrete, right? So it will be easy for you. Okay, so did not run, these are all the things did not run. Their pulse seems to be higher. Run, their pulse seems to be slightly lower. And what we want also, we wanted to do is, if you wanted to know by looking at this graph, it is difficult to comprehend, right? And this book offers a solution to it, right? How in the graph, if you wanted to have, there is something what you can do is, we can also, for example, just after this, it says that how we can add that regressions, right? So how to add it? So it's very simple. Least square regression line can be added, scattered by right clicking the chart and add the regression fit. So right click, add, and regression fit. Fantastic. Just take it. And again, when you say regression, you have three models, right? Linear, quadratic, and cubic. So I'm going to go with the linear. Okay, now the line also been drawn, right? And let me also regressions. Yeah, fit. Yeah, fantastic. So now this is also there. This is what it means is, this is a linear line. And it is pulse one, sorry, pulse one versus pulse two. And what is the correlation? So we can easily see that, right? If you want further information, sorry, if you want like further category, how we can do is, so this is, we have done only with the rand. So further to it, we will further progress to it. And what we will do, instead of rand, we will also will take, this is what we have done now. If you wanted to brush this one, if you wanted to find out the values and all that, that's very easy. And all you have to do is, for example, if you wanted to find out this, you will get to know the 12, 27, 28 data set and all that, right? That's what this article talks about, this book particular talks about it. And furthermore, let's say if you wanted to do more category, right? So let's say control E, I'm going back. So instead of rand, I'm just gonna go with the gender, right? So gender, I'm gonna go with this. Okay, and you can see here female, this is a female, and male, this is here, right? How it has been scattered. Similarly, I can also add that regression also as well, right? Regression fit also I can add it. So fantastic. So this has been added. So this is one way to do it. So what I did, I just went through a scatter, and then I just plotted the scatter, and then with the category I have given. Okay. Further to it, let's assume that we wanted to do, similarly, you can also do with that, you can correlate height, weight, and do that, because we have more variables here in this data set. Of course, you can do the same thing. For example, if you wanted to see the pulse of the smoker and non-smoker, still you can do it, right? So you can give here, and smokes, you can do that, right? How the value are there. For example, one mean did not smoke, two mean smoke, right? So all these values are there, right? We can correlate. And further to it, if you want the regression, you can also do directly, right? In the same case, pulse 2, pulse 1, and let's see the correlation. So 38 percentage. Just make note of it, this value. We'll see what Minitab data tab offers the value. Okay. So what I'm doing it, I'm just copying all these value. Okay. All this 92 set value I've just copied. I went to data tab and then I'm pasting it here. Okay. All these values been pasted. And here what I have to do is, so we have taken that dependent, that is y. In the mini tab, it's called dependent y, right? Y will take pulse 2 and y1 will take pulse 1. And how fast it is done. So you can see that R square value 37, 38 percentage, 38 percentage, right? Similar, the same value we got it here also as well. If you look at this one, 38, exactly the same value, adjusted 37, always adjusted value is lower than the R square value, right? So it is a weak correlation, not we cannot say moderate, it's a weak correlation, because moderate at least 70 and below we can say, and greater than 70 it is, that means both are not correlated. Okay, it also gives that pulse value, it also gives a p value, it says significant, and how the scatter is there. So this is the output of the scatter, you can see here. And it also gives that correlations and all that, right? Pulse 1, pulse 2 easily can correlate. If you wanted to make it large, you can do. If extra large, you can do, and all that. So this is the difference between the mini tab and data tab when it comes to this one. Let's assume that how I added the category, like the similar category, we can add it. Maybe we can add the category, okay? And maybe we can add the category called RAN, for example, RAN. You can see here how this is there. So further, if you wanted to do that independent category, and you can also do that. So first you have to convert the data, and and then do that. For example, let's say I'll close this one and take this data. Okay, this is normal settings. So I'm going to go with the same thing, transform the data. Right? And I'm not going to transform the data. I will keep it as it is. And let's see, is there anything there? Okay, fine. So let's assume this is how we can easily do with the help of, so let's say if you wanted to add another deliverables, smoke, sex, and all that, particularly you can definitely add it, and it gives this value also as well, right? How the correlations of the scatters and all that it has given. Similarly, you can do it in the mini tab also as well. So very fast forward, we can see what we have done. We have went to file and we went to open worksheet, and then we opened up and we went to a pulse. We look for pulse and we opened up because it is already got open, and then we transmit this transpose this data from number to text for our better understanding. And all we did was scatter, and in the group, and have a click it pulse 2 wave pulse 1, and then smoke. We started with the RAN and smokes and all that, right? So you can give, okay, this is what we got it. And similarly, we can also do it with the help of data tab. All we have to do is just, for example, clear the data and just go to the data set. Okay, go to the data set. Maybe I will just do it one more time. So make sure that the header also get copied. So header is copied, and then you can paste it here. And you can do the same thing to check whether the value has been saved. Dependent is Y and independent is X, and then you got the value. So we got that weak correlation, we got it and all that. So it's very easy to do it in many tab as well as data type. I hope you like this video. Please do like, share, subscribe to the channel. You have wonderful day.